So we have a ton of stuff going on, so I'm gonna get right to it. Let me grab my list here. Okay, so I'm continuing our series of curriculum we wouldn't buy again. Now, first up is, remember at the end of this video, I have a yay or nay. Our product today is definitely a yay. Let's talk about free things that I got for you today. Tomorrow's free is pretty cool. So this is from Madeline. This is Madeline in the Old House in Paris. It's pretty cool, you get it at the library, but what I like about it is it pairs well with the product I'm showing you today because it talks about, it's a storybook, but it also mentions the Seine in here, which is the river in Paris. So it does talk a little bit about Paris and it's an interesting story, okay? So that, and this is Kiki and Jack's, another winning book today, The Life-Changing Magic of Friendship, but really what it's about is they want to be friends, but she has so much stuff piled in her house that they can never come over and get together. So it's affecting their friendship. So he helps her clean up her house and sort her stuff and keep what she loves and give the rest away. And so it's a cute story with a lot of, like, the pictures are nice and bright, so my youngest, who's really, really sensitive, you know, enjoyed it. Okay, so let's talk about, idea before I get to products of the day. Look at this. This is a roller coaster. This is a roller coaster art, okay? So look at all the different things. Now over there on the floor, can you see that? You see that? That's a giant roller coaster park that we made today. So we got knee deep in roller coaster stuff. So this is from an art curriculum that is no longer available, which is too bad. She was before her time because it's on DVDs. They're no longer available, but I got some. I'm gonna get some. I was just testing this out to see if it would work today, see if it's like, and I'm gonna share those ideas with you. So as we do the products, I'll share them with you because it's not like I'm stealing from her because she is no longer a business. There's nothing to find this woman. But look at this. It's a roller coaster made out of construction paper. So we used a lot of tape for that one down there, but glue worked just as well. My kindergartner especially just loved it. The product I'm showing you on your screen, I got 4 of these awesome products to show you over the next couple days. This is from the Thinking Tree. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it show you what it is. So it just covers different continents. And it's like, you go, so you get to decide. That's why I like that one book, where is it? The Paris book, because I like that you can research great storybooks about France or about different countries within certain continents, and then so you decide how far you go with this curriculum. And so it's a printable, it's a PDF. I got the PDF version so I can print it off for both kids, and I can print it off as many times as we want. So say we want to do it, like I would help the youngest ones with it. You know, obviously like the 13-year-old can do it himself, but it's just kind of cool. It pairs well with a bunch of geography products I have of maps and stuff that you may have seen. If not, I'll connect the video at the end. Just check out those products of the day, they're pretty sweet. But that way, I love it because I just think that storybooks it just adds such an element to information. Do you know what I mean? So I just think it's cool. There you go, I'm gonna show it to you. It's a little pricey, but you know, I love it, I caved, I bought it. All right, what curriculum are we no longer using? This curriculum I bought the entire thing. This is how it came. I paid extra to have them bind it just because at the time I didn't have a very efficient printer. I hadn't heard of an EcoTank printer, so I didn't know that you get 700 pages for $40 of ink. And no, I am not sponsored. I'm not sponsored by them, I just like it. So it talks about, it goes through, of course, all the things. I mean, it's one of those curriculums that is pretty intensive in my mind. So it's supposed to be for little kids, but it has 2 books that I really liked, and that's the reason I bought it, is because it's got activities in here about, okay, we're gonna build the Great Wall of China out of boxes. We're gonna build, out of boxes, you build a ton of stuff. We're gonna build, you know, an igloo out of boxes. We're gonna build tons of stuff like an Egyptian, I don't even know what they built in Egyptian times, a pyramid out of boxes. Okay, so that's why I bought it, because I like that idea. But to be honest, it's very wordy for little kids. And there's a lot of dates and facts, like the Leopold III, Duke of Austria, died in the Battle of Sempach in 1386. Great. It's just that when they're really little, and that's what this is for little kids, I just don't think, I mean, it's great, and I'm sure people like it. I don't know if it's great, I would call it great, but it is good. It's definitely good, but it just was not for me. And it's got this big, thick book because it has like a lot of, I don't know, what people don't understand when they give you a curriculum is that, hey, this is not the only curriculum that people want you to teach 4 days a week. Like there's, you know what I mean? Every curriculum's like, here, for 4 days a week. As if you're not gonna get, I honestly think that they think that you want to get your money's worth. And there's a lot of, so week 22, day 1, hidden in God's word, what happened when Barak fought for gold? And it's read Judges 4, 1-14. So it does have that component to it. Now I don't use those components. I'm Christian, but I'm not diving into the Bible in that way. So that is not for me. And I think older kids might really appreciate that more. So I guess I would say this for older kids, if you know, we were to do that. So, and it's got some, I think it even has some memory verses on here. And this is by Winter's Promise, by the way. It's also real pricey. Now it has a really nice book, but again, it's really pricey. And if they just sold these elements separately, like my Hideaway, Make Your Own Hideaways book, if they just sold these elements separately, but, you know, it's a nice curriculum. It's just, I'll tell you what I'm doing instead. So it's got, I hit it, Psalm this, I hit it, because it's a Hideaways curriculum. I think that's why they always say hit it. So there's Psalm 46:6. So different Psalms, I assume to test you on, I'm not really exactly sure. The cut apart verse sheet. So you cut it apart, I guess you can put it together. So it has, sadly, it has a stronger Bible curriculum than Sonlight and their HBL, their History Bible Literature. Isn't that funny? It does, like HBL just has a book, but that's not why I bought this. I bought this for the history component, right? I bought this for the history, and you're following these little guys through history, but I think it's a little too wordy. I like to learn more through stories, like first-person stories. I think is an excellent way to learn history. So because of that, I think you need a history guide. So either the Kingfisher, the red one, not the white one, either the Kingfisher red one, either the new Kingfisher Atlas one that I have on the website, I have all of it under history, or even if you're secular, then get the timelines, the Smithsonian Timelines of Everything book. It's because it starts with the Big Bang, but the Kingfisher book doesn't. It starts at ancient history, and same with the Kingfisher Atlas, I believe, if that's what I'm talking about, the History Atlas. So very good books. And then just flip through and Google, hey, let's do some stories. What are some great children's books during ancient times? Like I already showed you some great stories during prehistory times, but I'm going through the whole timeline, just personally with my kids. It's just something I enjoy. So, and then as they get older, you add more stuff. So what I'm using is, so Curiosity Chronicles is made for children. It's not particular to any religion, it's not, you shouldn't find it offensive no matter what you are, because it starts at the Ice Age. So there's no question about dinosaurs, there's none of Adam and Eve, there's none of that. So both sides, if you will, sides, should be okay, but everyone's different. I know not everyone fits in those categories. I don't. I try a lot of stuff, and if I don't like something, I skip it. But this is, so there's Ted and Mona, and they're just taking you through, they just hit the main points of history. So they just hit the main points. Here they are explaining to you what goes down. So this is the prehistory age, right? So Mona's is big. So Mona the adult can read and Ted the little kid read. That's how it was designed. And then, so prehistory is just like the main points. It's like 3 pages. And if you want to know more, they're like, here, Google this or whatever, which, you know, is fine. And it's not bad at all, but I'm not going to Google anything additional. I think that they actually do have an additional curriculum that goes along with it. Nah. I was like, we'll just read the books, and then I'll just Google, hey, give me some cool books about the Ice Age. And like for the first drawing, I think it's called The First Drawing, and talks about how the first cave drawing could have come about. And then of course, we're 8 hours away from the caves in the original caves up in France. And I really want to go, but that's or 9 hours, it's 9 hours. So I just don't think there's nothing else per se around there that I would want to hit up that would make a 9-hour car ride enjoyable for me and worth it. But, oh, I want to so bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's what I'm currently using, but again, I ordered a bunch of other ones that are coming in. I also have the story of the world, and there's a lot of great curriculums out there, for whether you're Christian, whether you're secular, there's a ton of them. So anyway, that's currently what I'm going to do. And then this is my yay or nay. Check this out. Let me show you my yay or nay. I hear my kids, they're probably gonna head down any minute now. Okay, so this is what I like. So I bought, see, it's the Critical Thinking Company, and I honestly bought all their books. So I bought them all. And this was the one I liked. There's a lot of them I didn't like, age 4 to grade 2. There's a lot I didn't like, but I like this creativity. Like, look, there's a hole in the bag. Use your magic pencil to solve a solution so that this stuff no longer falls out. So you could make an even bigger basket around your shoulder. You could make, I don't know. Again, this is the problem I have with this book is like, I don't know what. So I'm hoping my kids have, maybe if I had done this book, I would have more idea. The sheep are lost. Use your magic pencil to help them find their way back to the farm. A monster, Joel is scared of the monster. Use your magic pencil to make him unafraid. Maybe you give him a giant shield. I don't know. Don't know. Okay, and then they go even deeper. Like this is Planet Swamp, okay? And it tells you about the swamp. And then it says, draw the creature you think that could survive in this habitat. So it's also creativity. And this is what I like. For example, this is a possible answer. Could have snake eyes to see better in the dark, but rabbit ears to hear splashes of predators, and a tongue to eat those insects. This is the bunny froggy. Well, now they've taken the best idea, but you get anyway. So it's creativity plus, you know, creative problem solving. That's exactly what it is. Like this guy, you know, some of them are like, draw a toothbrush for him. This guy isn't that, but okay. So I like that. I think it's a good book. That is your video today. Curriculum I'm no longer using. Tune in tomorrow for another one. Gotta go. Bye-bye.
Please like and subscribe.
Yes.
And hit the bell for notifications.